Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Caro, in case you're new here, and on this channel I share all things art making as well as my journey and love for nature. And if you're not new here, also welcome. Thank you for being here. Today I'm sharing with you a little bit about teaching a class. By the end of last year, Jamie Reynolds, who is an amazing watercolor artist based here in the Hudson Valley where I live, reached out to me because she will be going away for 5 weeks and was looking for a substitute teacher for her watercolor class in Wildflower Farms, which is this amazing, beautiful hotel an hour away from where I live. And we got talking. The art class that she teaches is all about floral watercolors in a very different way than the one that I do. If you've been here for a minute, you may know that I use watercolors in a very matte way. I use watercolors in more of a gouache kind of look. And the class that I will be subbing for is very fluid, fast, kind of abstract flowers. So a few weeks ago, I got to visit Wildflower Farms and learn and take Jamie's class. But I know I need to practice so much before I'm able to actually teach this class. So I have my first class 2 days from today, and then I'll be subbing for 5 weeks straight. Thankfully, my back is way better, so now I can drive and go and teach this class. So earlier today, I went to the flower shop here in town, got some florals, and I will be taking a few classes through Skillshare in order to practice more of this more fluid way of doing watercolors. So welcome, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and let's get into today's video. My big paintings take so long that these past few years I've fallen out of my sketchbook practice, as I go straight into my final painting and put all the time and details into those. In order to revisit the foundations of watercolors, I am taking a few online classes. I honestly miss sitting down at my desk and working on smaller paintings a lot. It had been a couple of years since the last time I took watercolor basic classes. I love that part of the process when we are so rusty that the first few things we paint look kind of weird. I see this part of the process very similar to going out dancing after months of not doing it. At first, my body feels kind of awkward and I don't really know how to move, until I slowly start relaxing into the sounds and fully drop into my body. And slowly I start getting in tune with the rhythm until it becomes exciting, fun, and it feels extremely natural to move. The same goes with painting. I at first feel so rusty, but after a few different exercises and following along a couple classes, I get back into my flow. All the exercises you've seen me do are helping me get ready for my upcoming watercolor classes, and I've done them following along with some basic watercolor classes through Skillshare. As someone who has been so deep in her practice for decades, I believe it is important to once in a while come back to basics and relearn the techniques that are the building blocks of my art practice. This week I took the class Loose but Precise, Expressive and Simple Floral Paintings in Watercolor, as well as watercolor basics and tips for beginners, painting a loose floral bouquet. I am very excited to be partnering with Skillshare for this video. And I love how easy it is to learn everything from my favorite current hobby to take specific classes to deepen my expertise. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with a wide depth of topics, from painting and filmmaking to marketing, productivity, and so much more. Their classes are on-demand videos for you to take at your own pace. Skillshare and I have partnered up to offer you 1 month free of their platform. In the one you can get access to 1,000 classes in your favorite topics, like the watercolor class that I've been taking today. This is the first link on this video's description, and it's a free month for the first 500 people to click on the video and use it to sign up. So thank you once again, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. Part of how I get ready in order to teach a class, whether that's online or in person, like the one I will be teaching at Wildflower Farms, I always make a trial run. So I sit down, I put my timer on in order to know how I'm managing my times with, the amount of time that I have available to teach this class. And I speak out loud as if my students were here, so I get familiar with everything from the information I'm sharing to the tone of voice to how fast or how slow I'm going. And this helps me feel way more comfortable with the class that I will be teaching. Of course, the most important thing is actually knowing what you're teaching, but this for me makes my nervousness go away. All right, everybody, so now that we finished with our exercises, that we're a little bit more familiar with our art supplies, with how to make leaves and flowers of different shapes and forms, now we will be working on a greeting card. So we have this. I love sharing art with others. I love teaching classes and also meeting new people. I basically love everything about teaching, but more often than not, I feel extremely shy, and these can sometimes play tricks on me. So by giving myself time to practice anything I will be sharing in a class, Zoom call, or workshop of any sorts is key for my introverted self to feel able to share openly and freely. This is the hotel where I am sharing watercolors. It is honestly one of the most beautiful hotels I've ever visited. I usually arrive 40 minutes before my class starts, so I can get enough time to set up the classroom and the table just like I want. I always stop by the flower shop to get some flowers for us to paint. I feel that sharing a moment together isn't only about what we're learning, but about setting up the table and making the guests feel welcome and comfortable by maybe doing something so simple as adding plants to get them more curious about our class. My class is called Nature with Watercolors, and I am feeling so excited to teach it, at least for a couple of weeks. It's already been 3 weeks since I started doing my watercolor classes at the Wildflower Farm, and I am so happy with how the classes are turning out. It's definitely a new thing for me to be teaching basic watercolors because, as I was saying earlier in today's video, I usually use watercolors this way, which is a way in the one they look more like wash, and I play very little with the transparency and translucent technique that watercolors offer us. So it's been so beautiful to get back to basics, and this is something that I love doing both in yoga, in art, just taking basic classes every couple of years. With all the classes that I've been taking on Skillshare, it's been so beautiful, and I just feel so happy to be able to share watercolors with people. I love it when it's just funny when people arrive and they're like, I'm not an artist, I don't know how to do this, like I can only do stick figures, and then they leave the class saying like, I cannot believe I created this, and that is like the best feeling ever. Or maybe people are like, okay, I'm gonna do my own thing, like I don't understand the transparency, but then they have so much fun and are way more relaxed than when they came in, and that is so beautiful. And I've just been loving this opportunity. I'm just subbing for this teacher for a few weeks, but honestly it's been so fun, and it's been such a beautiful way to start my spring, because one of my 2024 resolutions is to start offering more in-person art workshops and cacao gatherings and cacao and art and everything combined. So this has been a beautiful kickstart of, okay, you want to make it happen, then actually do it, you know, like you need to reach out to the places and do the whole thing. Just like for the past years I've been doing online, like organizing myself and doing the website and the marketing, like flyers and whatnot. I need to start doing the same for in person. So hopefully there will be a lot more opportunities to get together in person and paint and share a cup of cacao. But yeah, it's been nerve-wracking, but also so beautiful. Thank you for joining me on today's video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Thank you Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Remember, we are offering the first 500 people to click on the first link on this video's description 1 month free of the Skillshare platform. I will see you next time. Bye!